to see some studies coming out showing that ketogenic diets are very effective.
At Kidney Nutrition Institute, we use the gamut of nutrition approaches, right? We have some that's a diagnosis that is linked to kidney disease, but it's not a root or a rock.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kidney Coach YouTube channel. I am naturopath Fiona Chin, co-founder of Kidney Coach, the Kidney Disease Solution, and the Kidney Mastery Program, and our supplement Sky Genesis. And I'm joined again today by the amazing Jessianna Saville. So first off, Jess, why don't you give us an overview of what is the carnivore diet? What does that actually mean?
Okay, so it's very simple. It is what it says. That's always nice. It's not a weird name. It is an all-meat diet. That's it. Fruits, vegetables, no nuts, no grains, no Christmas cookies. Like so that's all that it is a strictly meat diet. Bacon, chicken, turkey, beef, steak, sausage, meat.
And they, from when I looked at it, they're quite big on using pasture-fed meats and good quality meat.
Yeah, good quality meat. Yeah, is really, really an important part of that, which makes a lot of sense.
And what are your thoughts about using it? I mean, I understand PKD and higher functions, why it might be useful, because we are seeing, even without, and I totally agree with you with the confirmation bias when you're writing a book, but we're starting to see some studies coming out showing that ketogenic diets are very effective in PKD. Yeah. And we know, same with diabetes, right? But when we're talking about someone with normal kidney disease, and this is where I think we need to move to talking about the underlying cause of the disease. When we're talking about kidney disease as a standard, what are your thoughts about implementing something like a carnivore diet?
So here's how I look at it. And for frame of reference, at Kidney Nutrition Institute, we use the gamut of nutrition approaches, right? We have some people that do fully vegan approaches. We do elimination diets. We do ketogenic diets. We haven't done any carnivore diets. So maybe I have a small amount of bias coming into this because I haven't used them, but actually I wouldn't use it, to be really, really honest, unless there's like really, really special circumstance and it might be like the last resort. But here's my thoughts on it as a whole with kidney disease. So with kidney disease, the first question that we always ask at Kidney Nutrition Institute, what you would ask as a naturopath, kind of your guys' same frame of reference, is I want to think about the underlying cause and the underlying drivers of the kidney disease. That's the number one thing that we think about and that we ask. We call it, the roots and rocks is what we call it, right? What are the things that kind of pull kidney function down in our lifestyle? And what are the things that are the root cause of driving it to progress? I call them roots and rocks. So the first thing is you're kind of looking at that. Now, some people stop with like, oh, I had high blood pressure and that's why I have kidney disease. Yeah. That's a diagnosis that is linked to kidney disease, but it's not a root or a rock. It's kind of a rock, right? It can definitely pull you back. But really the question is, why are you hypertensive to begin with? What is driving that factor? And how come Jane, who's been hypertensive for 20 years, doesn't have kidney disease, but you do?
Exactly.
What is the actual root and rocks that are driving these? And usually what you see is that the information that we're given is you have kidney disease because you have diabetes. You have kidney disease because you have hypertension. But when you look at it from a more holistic kind of functional mindset, you say, wait a second, yes, those are contributing factors. They're huge contributing factors. But you also have had some gut issues and maybe had some toxin exposure. And, I'm really wondering a little bit if maybe there's, something maybe you have a really big micronutrient deficiency that we need to look into. But you just really wonder where the imbalance is in the body, not just are you diabetic or hypertensive, but what is the imbalance that's underlying all of those things that we can go after and that we can work on. The reason this comes back to a carnivore diet is because some underlying causes of kidney disease potentially, And the carnivore diet would not be the only way to treat these, but if you start seeing these anecdotal stories, you start wondering, you know, what else is going on? Some of the underlying drivers of kidney disease, for example, mold and mycotoxins, I personally think is a massive one in the kidney disease world that is way under, like, it's not looked at hardly at all.
Yeah.
But if you had an issue with mold or mycotoxins and you went on a carnivore diet, you remove a lot of mold mycotoxin exposure.
Yeah.
Because you're eating it, right? Versus if you did a plant-based diet, all the grains, the coffee, the corn, all those things quite moldy, like
Yes. Yeah.
moldy foods. And that maybe you'd get reduced hyperfiltration, but you wouldn't really get the result of seeing your kidney function improve. And so you think if people are seeing results with the carnivore diet, what actually we should be thinking about in kidney disease is, wow, what was the underlying cause, like that really root cause that the carnivore diet addressed for them? And that is the piece that I feel like gets missing in all the conversations. And instead, what people do is you say, oh, the carnivore diet worked. Well, the reason it worked is because these are all the things bad with the vegan diet. These are all the things bad with plants. These are like, and they find all these reasons, like other reasons why it might be helpful. And I'm not saying those are not relevant, but it's probably not really the reason it worked, in my opinion. So I
Couldn't
think
agree
that's
more.
where you put it, like in the overall CKD space, is it just comes down to those roots and rocks, like the root cause and the things that are really holding you back. If you really know what those are, you often don't have to do an extreme dietary approach like a carnivore diet. If you're on a carnivore diet and you love it, it's not extreme to you. But for many people, it is quite a difficult approach. And it would be an extreme approach, but you may not have to go there, right? You may not have to do that extreme approach to get results if you really know what you're actually treating.
If you want to know more about what we do, head to www.kidneycoach.com. You'll find us on Facebook and Instagram. Same thing, /kidney coach. All our resources are there. We've got some free downloadables. And of course, you'll find all our supplements and programs in the shop. Jess, thanks again for your wisdom and sharing your amazing brain with us on all things kidney.